Hey everybody, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Please help us out by pressing the thumbs up button, subscribing, sharing, commenting. I appreciate all the kind words that you guys leave on a daily basis. Appreciate you sharing these videos, and I appreciate everything that you do for the channel. Thank you so much. In today's video, we will be talking about ballistic shields for private security. A lot of people think that ballistic shields are only for law enforcement. They're only for SWAT. But in this video, I'm going to disagree. There is usefulness in private security. In the other part of this video, we will be talking about the actual course that we will be giving on March 21st. And that course is hosted by Primary Security Agency Training Division. They're based out of Upland, California. And Upland, California is in San Bernardino, California. The training will be held at the Route 66 shooting park, and it will be exclusive to private security. This is actually, I would say, once in a long lifetime opportunity for private security to get law enforcement grade level training. So finally, we're opening it up to everyone else. So let's first talk about the course here. So what ended up happening, we'll say a little time ago, is I was involved in some situation where there was, we'll say a suicidal barricade suspect, and one of our officers had a shield up, and that officer was covered by another officer that had lethal force just in case this guy came out and posed a threat. So I was walking the perimeter during negotiations, and then I look back and I see excuse me, I see the shield guy by himself. The lethal coverage left. So then I thought, you know what, we need to do something differently. We need to get properly trained, because I'll tell you this, law enforcement, for the most part, especially patrol, they are not trained with the shield. They're not trained in the shield at all. What you might want to do is, at your post or while you're working your patrol assignments, talk to police officers that are out there and ask them, when is the last time that you received any type of shield training? When's the last time that you guys have shot behind a shield? And the results might shock you, because you might get answers of, I don't remember, or never. If the answer is I don't remember, it's probably a long time ago. So what ended up happening is, let me share the screen. Let me do it properly this time. Give me 1 second. So I looked around for a shield operator course. Oh, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this. Actually, I didn't. I'm a BSIS firearm instructor. BSIS stands for the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. My license number is 2059. I've been a licensed instructor since 2010. 2010. My license number is 2059. TIF 2059. I've been a BSIS instructor since that time period. I'm also a California Post rifle, pistol, and shotgun instructor, and an RDS instructor. What else? Less lethal instructor, chemical agent instructor, and low light instructor. And I take a lot of courses every single year. I train law enforcement personnel. I train private security personnel. I'm able to certify with post certificates, post certificate of completion, anybody that goes through the courses. Now, the course that we will be offering is not post certified. It's not post certified because it's not under a post qualified training entity, and that really doesn't mean much, because I can train on the ballistic. Post told me, the California Peace Officer Standards Training told me that I can teach the ballistic shield course based on my qualifications. And here's my qualification. So from California, I flew over to New Hampshire, to take their ballistic shield operator course. This was a 16-hour course. It was 2 days, and it was an extensive 2 days. We got almost no breaks, and even our lunch period was kind of pressed. Those are the fees that I paid. I'm not saying that because you pay $400 you're getting quality schooling. I'm just telling you that's how much it costs. This course, and this is very important, that it's restricted to law enforcement. It's restricted to law enforcement, and it's restricted to military. And you have to complete a law enforcement level pistol instructor class. Not just any class, but a pistol instructor class. So this course is very selective on who is able to attend. Having said that, I'll tell you right now that it's very difficult for private security to find a shield operated course in which they are eligible to attend. If you find that course, let us know in the description box below, however you view this video, but you're probably not going to find a class because they are a dime a dozen. Okay. California, I don't think you're going to find anything. So I'm going to use a similar course outline when I teach this class to you. It's going to be almost the same as when I took the class at the 6-Hour Academy. We'll be talking about what type of shield to choose for your security company. We'll talk about proper use of the ballistic shield. We'll talk about when to deploy the shield. We'll talk about how to search a building with a shield. We'll talk about it and we'll show you. Now, the problem is at Route 66, they do have kind of like it's not really a shoot house. It's a chemical agent house, and we will not be able to train at that portion. Having said that, I'm going to make a small investment and buy some, we'll call it tactical walls, and we will practice conducting hallway threshold clearances using these tactical walls that I'm going to make. Hopefully they'll let us use that. If not, no worries at all. We'll be talking about how to deploy a less lethal team. If any of you guys are coming from out of state and you want to bring a less lethal shotgun or in state, let's say you have a less lethal mechanism, you're more than welcome to bring that. If you have a taser, you're more than welcome to do that. This course really encourages team building. We're going to have a hospital with a team of 5 that will be there, and we're going to be practicing with that team as well. Well, when I do the groups, I'm going to put that team together a couple of times, all 5 of them, and then most other times we'll just have teams of 2. And we will not be talking about how to instruct this course to others, because this is not train the trainer course. This is a end user course. Equipment list, handgun. This is a live fire class. Okay. You will need to bring 3 magazines, 3 empty magazines of pistol. If you want to bring a rifle or a shorter version of a rifle, I'm very selective of what I say on camera. As long as it's California legal, or it's legal for you to bring to California, by all means, bring that. And we will practice with handguns, rifles, handgun loadout, bring between 100 to 150 rounds. If you want to bring a rifle, bring anywhere between, just bring about 50. I think that'll do. And bring 2 magazines of rifle. Please, guys and gals, bring your magazine pouches, your holster, and your duty belt. I will be inspecting the holsters. This needs to be a duty grade holster. If you have problems bringing a safe holster, reach out to me beforehand. Maybe primary security agency, training division, they might have some loaners for holsters. We'll see. But most people attending this class, they already have a significant amount of firearms training experience, and some of them are firearm instructors, so they have the right equipment. You're going to want to bring gloves. And the reason being is when we shoot the RTS Mini Tactical Shield, that's the shield that we're going to be using. Your pinky finger is going to be slamming against the shield. And I'm not saying that it hurts, but it's very uncomfortable after like the 10th or 12th round. My hands, I got skinny Asian hands. where there is very little meat between my bones and whatever it is I'm touching. I can feel it pretty good. If you have big um, hands, I guess, um, with a lot of fat or meat on it, you should be fine. I still would bring gloves. Long sleeve shirt. Every time I train at the range, I bring a long sleeve shirt. It's up to you guys. You do not have to bring a groin protector and eye and ear protection. I'm sorry, you don't have to bring a groin protector because we're not doing force on force. An eye and ear protection, you have to bring that. We will not be supplying that. Okay, if you whatever you bring, if it's eye protection, make sure that it's rated for situations that can occur at the range, and then make sure that you bring the proper ear protection. Make sure that you bring a snack. Okay, this will be a 4-hour class, and you might get hungry. Some of us can't function as well if we're starving, so make sure that you bring maybe even a light lunch or snack. We will have breaks. We're going to try to do, like, I don't know, every hour, maybe a 5-minute break, maybe a 10-minute break. Most likely a 5-minute break because we only have 4 hours. Okay. We talked about the round count. Bring 100 to 150 for handgun, and for rifle, just bring 50. And it's not a 2-day class. It's only 4 hours. Okay. Guys, you will be getting law enforcement level training, but we will open this class. This class is for private security. So what ended up happening was a couple weeks ago, I submitted a ballistic shield operator class to POST, California Peace Officer Standards and Training. And the POST, I want to say, not director, but our regional director basically said, hey, I will approve that class that you submitted to me, but you are going to have to add some information in there. But he really suggested that I expand the class to an 8-hour class. So if you're in California, law enforcement have to complete 4 hours every single 2 years of continuing education for continuing education as it relates to firearms. So there's a class called Tactical Firearms Training. Law enforcement has to, I guess, for lack of a better term, renew their skills, and they have to do the 4 hours. Now, with what I'm introducing to POST, what I try to introduce was a 6-hour class. It would be 4 hours of PSP training, and then 2 hours would be actual ballistic shield. And my argument was that there's a lot of one-handed drills that come with the regular tactical firearms course that they require. It's easy just to push on the 2-hour block. I think it was 3. Yeah, it was like 2.5 or 3 hours of ballistic. So the director, the regional area director, consultant, that's what you call them. They're called post consultant. Said yes, but make these small changes. I'm going back right now, and I'm gonna just. He suggested I just do like an 8-hour class. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 8-hour class, 4 hours of PSP, and then the other 4 hours will be ballistic shield instruction. The benefit that you get is the last 4 hours, which is ballistic shield instruction for post. I'm going straight to that curriculum, that class on March 21st. Okay. We're not taking any shortcuts. We're going straight to that. And I could do that because this is not a post-qualified class. It's not post-certified, which it really, really doesn't mean anything because you have the same, that's me. I'm an instructor. You have the same instructor teaching a post-level class, and then I'll be teaching this other class. Okay. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me show you something else here. Okay, let's look at, we'll talk about the security agency that is hosting the training. I think that's really important. So Primary Security Agency Training Division is creating this class. This is an older picture, by the way. Here's the credentials. They have a TFF license. That's Training Firearm Facility License. It's number 1653. You can look it up on the BSIS website. They are legit. They just got a brand new instructor, so they have a total of 2 licensed firearm instructors. You don't have to be a licensed firearm instructor to teach this class. I'm just saying that you have credentialed people that will be in this class that are hosting this class. So that's the company, and they do have their own Instagram page, which I'll show you that in a minute. They actually offer quite an array of classes. These guys go through some phenomenal training. We had discussions in the past. They're headed to RTS Instructor School. This is a pretty neat class that I've taken. It is post-certified. And these guys, it's like they're training every single month. I follow them on Instagram all the time, and we talk, and finally we get to actually meet, which is going to be great. Okay, let me go back. I cannot find their Instagram. Oh, here it is. No. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to show you where you can find them on Instagram. Okay, so this is their Instagram page. You can find them under Primary Security Agency. It's very important to understand that they're hosting this class, and I really, really appreciate them doing that. They made a huge investment, guys. They purchased 2 shields that will run about like $640, something like that, and some change. They bought 2 of them. That's like $1,300, $1,400, and then they have to pay. It's like somewhere close to $500 to use the range that they reserved for only 10 of us. So 10 people could sign up. I am comping in 1 spot. One of our guys that has been involved in our security community for a long time, he will be attending the course at no charge. And I didn't even know this. Like, I wasn't even expecting to do that. He's going to volunteer to record and do his video work. He does professional video work, and he's going to be at the class. So for sure, he's going to be cycled in and out of the line. I really want him to get the firsthand experience, the feeling of being trained properly. At the same time, he's going to have some pretty cool video and photography work. So go to my Primary Security Agency. This is the security company that they have. But I'm sure if you click on all of their links, you can go to the Primary Security Agency Training Division, which this whole week they've been showcasing Instagram stories on this course that we are offering. All right. Next, I know that there's a lot of criticism with the shields that we will be using. So let me just find the website and then share that screen with you guys. Okay, so this is the RTS Tactical website. I have been testing and evaluating one of their mini shields for a good month or so. I've shot behind the shield. I have a good feeling of it. And I feel pretty comfortable talking about the pros and the cons of it. Make sure you guys check out their website. Now, look, the reason why we're using RTS Tactical is they cater to the general public, and looks like they cater to security as well. cater to law enforcement. They offer these shields that have level 3 protection, guys. Level 3 protection. The shield in particular that we will be using is this one right here. It's the RTS Tactical 3 Plus Rifle Special Threats Mini Shield. We're going to use the medium, the 14 by 24. Now, there's a lot of criticisms, which I'm going to discuss in a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the RTS Mini Shield reviews page and check this out. A bunch of my videos are popping up. They will pop up when you type in RTS Mini Shield. So this is one of my videos here. Hiding behind the RTS Tactical Shield. We have like 6,000 views, 2,700 views for how to safely use the Mini Tactical Shield. And that's all I could find right now. So these shields, as you can see on the shorts on the left, they don't cover your entire torso. They just cover the upper portion of it. And it's very important to realize that when you rapidly deploy with a shield, you want to do so with a shield that is lightweight. A lot of people who criticize the RTS Tactical Shield have never had to deploy a shield. They don't understand weight. They don't understand dynamics. They have never had to shoot behind a shield. You absolutely, I mean, you can rapidly deploy the shield, but it's cumbersome, guys. The shield that we're going to be using is only 16.9 pounds. If you had to, you can run with the shield. But to expect someone to get a full-blown shield, meaning a full-size shield that covers your lower torso, it's going to be rather expensive. And we'll talk about the prices as well. Okay. Another thing, if you're concerned about the small shield we're going to be practicing with, you have to realize that we are going to show you how to maximize these smaller shields. So for example, we'll show you where to put it on a car. Maybe you have a security patrol car, where we'll show you that you can put it on the engine block and maximize coverage, your bottom torso, by using the vehicle. So your upper torso would be covered, and then your lower torso would be covered. And depending where that bullet passes through, an engine block might actually stop it. Okay. We'll talk about during the class on mounting the shield on small walls. Small walls referring to maybe like like cement filled walls. You can actually put the shield on top of it and then leverage a rifle on there, leverage a pistol on there if you like. Okay. Okay, let's get out of there. I want to show you what these shields are being compared to. So the complaint that you get is, oh, get a bigger shield. There's a lot of them out there. Look, this is a shield that is law enforcement rated, meaning that law enforcement make usual purchases of this shield. And I think military as well. This is the Paraclete Vanguard Level 3 rifle rated shield. Look at the cost, you guys. It's between $9,300 and $13,000. The shields are lightweight. The lightest shield, which I've done some research on, it with a viewport. So the viewport is that window in the middle. When a shield is heavy, that has a viewport, it's heavy, not just because of the shield, but really because of the viewport. You have this huge, thick, bullet-resistant glass. The smallest one weighs only 14.8 pounds, and it is not it's bigger than the Mini Shield. If you want one with a viewport and the light, okay, you're adding about a little bit over a pound of weight if you want to put in the light, okay? But look at the cost, you guys. I mean, this is a cost that most private security professionals cannot afford. Most law enforcement officers cannot afford a $9,000 purchase. They can't even afford a $13,000 purchase for a shield that is just for them. Usually, law enforcement agencies make these purchases. The point of the matter is that this RTS tactical shield, it does have some impressive ballistic performance. I mean, it's far from great, right? I think that this is a temporary fix right now. I'm trying to work with TAC 11. Our guy Randy that I always talk about, he's in a partnership with TAC 11, and I told them, I said, hey, can you guys develop a shield? I love the shield that they have. Their shield looks like a full-size shield, but it's too cumbersome, guys, and it's not within the budget of most private security professionals. So our guy Randy is working on something that is comparable to maybe even a Vanguard, but it's still going to cost a lot. You're not going to get it for $700. You probably won't even get it for $3,000 or $4,000. That does not mean that it's going to be $5,000 or $6,000. I don't even know how much it's going to cost. Their shields are made in America. Your best bet is equipment that's made in America. I don't know if all the products of RTS Tactical shields are made in America. I don't know. They do make some assertions. Make sure that you guys do your due diligence. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I just found the screen that I want to share. Okay, so on January 27th of 2024, Norwalk Station deputies in California, LA County Sheriff's Department, they were involved in an officer-involved shooting. What brings to mind is the use of the shield. Now, okay, so what you have is you have your shield guy. You can obviously see on camera. Ahead of you, you see like a white car, like a small sedan. And then to the right of that, you see like a larger SUV, lighter colored. You have a team of 4 approaching the situation. I guess I would make an argument that maybe this is not a shield situation. I would make an argument that maybe you can use a vehicle as coverage. I don't know all the circumstances is also what I'm going to say. We find that shields are generally more effective in small corridors, hallways, structures like that. Because what usually happens is you have your shield guy, and then you'll have everybody like behind him, and all of a sudden, like everybody will start fanning away in different directions, and that just defeats the whole purpose of the shield. So let's play the video. I will not, and I repeat, I will not show the shooting portion because last time I did that, my video got like 50 views, and it got smacked all the way to the bottom of the algorithm. It was not worth it.
Hey, yeah, holster that, get a taser. All right, let's walk up.
Oh, sorry, forgot to mention. This was an armed robbery in progress, I believe, and the suspect is hiding somewhere between these 2 cars. So, guys, there's a reason why we train. Norwalk station deputies, they're the best in the business, I think, in Los Angeles. Arguably, they're the best in the business, but they can use a lot of training. And one of the reasons why we will be training on the 21st is to avoid a situation, avoid tactics like this. You have the guy The deputy with the yellow launcher, I don't know if it's a 12 gauge. It's hard for me to tell right now, but that less lethal should be up. It should be up in the fight already. And another note, I'm starting to think that if this is a lethal situation, I mean, you have a guy that's armed with a rifle, a shotgun, you might want to have all guns in the fight and not just 3.
Who's got the 40? Who's got the 40?
Okay. It looks like the deputy that's all the way to the left, I don't know if it's a lack of training, a lack of information on where this person is, but that gun needs to be up in the fight. Now, what SWAT teams usually do, and I could just tell that these guys are probably not SWAT. What they will do is they will be like the 4th guy in the stack, but they will not be where he's at. And when they're in that stack, they might not even have their guns out, or they might have a pistol out. And the reason why they're doing that is so that they can be situationally aware of the situation. Obviously, if there's not enough coverage on all sides, then that team leader, that SWAT commander, whatever leadership position they have, they'll take that position. But with those teams that have like 30 guys, it's not uncommon to see them with no gun out, like in the stack. Now, obviously, that depends on the circumstances. Okay. So they're approaching this car. They have no idea where this guy's at. Like I mentioned before, now everybody is fanning away from the shield. You see that? That just defeats the whole purpose of the shield. The shield is designed so that you have a team, a stack behind them. Because right now, this guy that has a shield, you know who's providing coverage to? He's only providing coverage to himself. Okay, I'm going to take a couple seconds of hesitation because once there's a shooting on here, I'm going to get demonetized and this video is going to go all the way to the bottom. But feel free to watch this video on your own. Maybe I'll leave it in the description box below. You see, guys, how they're all fanning away from the shield?
Hey, let me see your hands. Hey, if you don't see his hands, shoot him with the 40.
So he said, if you don't see his hands, shoot him with the 40. The 40 referring to a less lethal launcher. I don't know if there's any chemical agents with the projectiles, with the less lethal projectiles. I'm not sure, but that's the order. All right, guys. So at this moment in time, there's an OIS that occurs. I will not play that video, but what I want to show you is these deputies are not properly trained. If they are properly trained, they are not replicating what they learned in class. And that is what we are going to teach in the class. We're going to show you guys proper tactics. If you bring along a team member, we will be practicing in teams. One of the hospitals has 5. We will be putting them on the stack. We will show you guys how to approach these situations. Now, the argument is security does not need to learn ballistic shield operations because, let's face it, it's not useful for private security. That's not an accurate statement. If you work in a high commerce environment, if you work security in a hospital, you need a shield. It's going to be of great benefit. Now, remember, shield is a tool. It's not a tactic. We will show you how to use this tool while implementing tactics, but there's nothing called a shield tactic. All it is just a tool. And you're going to feel a lot confident, guys, a lot more confident using the shield. If you If you think, you know what, I'm not a shield guy. I was reading one of the comments, I think Slender16901 on another video I made, said something to the effect, or a post that I did, something, he said something to the effect of like, I'm not a shield guy. Guys, even if you're not a shield guy, this has nothing this has nothing to do with being a shield guy. You're going to get exposure to different shooting positions. You're going to be able to learn how the how to maximize different positions using strong hand only, using support hand only. You're going to learn how to shoot behind a barricade, and that barricade be referring to a mobile barricade, meaning the shield. You're going to see that depending on how you hold the gun, if you like, so for example, with like Glock, if you don't stabilize the gun, you're going to induce your own malfunctions, and we're going to see that on the range on the 21st. But you're going to learn how to shoot behind a mobile barricade. You're going to be able to learn how to be dynamic, how to work in a team environment. You're going to love this training, guys. It's going to be great. This is actually a historical moment, because right now you could search all you want, and you're not going to find a lot of instructors offering shield operator courses to security professionals. Okay. Now, the course is going to sell out soon. I think we're like 85% full. If you own a security company, or if you manage a security company, if you want an instructor to go out and teach your men and women how to operate in a team environment using a shield, maybe you want to make a purchase for an $800 shield, maybe you want to make a purchase of a $10,000 shield, and you need a trainer, give me a call, send me an email, and maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can come down to where you're at. Last but not least, the reason why we're pushing these RTS shields in training is because with the larger shields that I show you guys from Vanguard, okay, a lot of these shields are restricted to law enforcement and military, not security. I think that they should offer these shields to credentialed security, but the truth of the matter is there's not much of a market for that, because a lot of security companies they're not going to invest in these shields that are $10,000, but maybe, just maybe, they will invest in an $800 shield or $600 shield. So, like I said, that's all I got. I'll leave contact information in the emails. I'll leave my email in the description box, and any other pertinent information I'll leave in there. If you guys have any questions, concerns, let us know, and hopefully we'll see you out at the range. Take care.